to get from being served is like the Goodyear blimp hiding behind a telephone pole. Okay, Jen, you're hilarious. Real funny. Bravo. How would I hide behind my husband? Like, I don't get it. There was no hiding anything. I'm actually going to prove it to you because I'll show you the image. And I also got, my camera footage. Do y'all want to see what this idiot looked like? Let me ask you this. Why can't process servers just, knock on a door, say, hi, are you so-and-so? Yeah. And then just hand you a paper? Why is it every one of the process servers that Shockit deals with lies? Did Shockit not tell this guy that it was a subpoena? I mean, he had to have. He had the paperwork in his hand, and he told him it was a subpoena. So he knew it was a subpoena. So he knew he could not leave it on my patio, and it would be considered legal. Not legal. He handed nothing to my husband. There was nothing for my husband to sign, and you could clearly see my husband walking away and this guy walking away with the papers in his hand. Okay? So my husband leaves. There's nothing there. I was not served at all. This guy didn't even ask my husband where I was. He walked up to him saying, Lisa said I could leave this with you. He didn't even ask where I was.
Now, just brought up a good point. Read it there.
Judge, the subpoena has nothing to do with the court and isn't issued by the judge. It comes direct from the lawyer. Sorry, am I missing something? No, you're absolutely right. You're 1,000% right, 9 cents. It comes directly from the lawyer. He creates this shit for content, just like Hales. He's in it with Hales.
He doesn't have the power a judge does. A lawyer can't subpoena you. A judge has to.
Okay. Look, here's stats, Robbie.
Am I right or wrong?
What?
Am I right or wrong?
What?
That a lawyer can't subpoena you. A judge has to.
No, a lawyer can subpoena me, but he has to file it in court. And he filed the motion for an intent to subpoena. And he served the subpoena to me. According to him, because I didn't get it. He sent it out to be hand delivered to me, which is what has to happen. And it was not hand delivered to me. This guy couldn't even tell you what I looked like. Okay. He did not see me. He spoke to me. But he lied to Gabe and told Gabe. Now, this guy on the phone told me he had a package for me. And I said, okay, well, leave it there. He goes, I can't. This needs to be hand delivered to you. I said, oh, really? Who's it from? Okay. So he told me, well, it's legal papers. I said, and he told me it was a subpoena. And I said, okay, well, I'm not there right now. I'm actually out of town. And that's when he started accusing me of actually being home, that it looked like I'm home. And, I said, really? And I took the pictures just like I told you, the whole freaking thing. So he never, ever hand delivered me anything. He lied to Gabe saying that
Kristen, suck my member.
Oh my God. What happened?
Shut up, Robbie. You don't know the law.
And neither does Christine Armentario. Anyhow, I'm just amazed, though, that they lie and that each processor. Now, he attempted to even lie via talking to me on the phone by saying he was going to say I refused service. This is the one attempt that this guy fucking tried to serve me.
KNOE. Beautiful.
The one attempt. Okay? And I was not home. Then this morning, he doesn't even ask for me or if I'm home or anything. He just walks up to Gabe saying, Lisa told me I can leave this with you. I spoke to Lisa yesterday and she told me I could leave this with you.
Right.
Absolute fucking lie. When he was on the phone with me, he told me it had to be hand delivered to me. He had to hand deliver it to me. And because I said, why didn't you just leave it there? It was a package, right? Why didn't you just leave it there? He said it had to be. So he knows the law. He knows what he had to do. And then today, and I guarantee you, he told Shockit that he wasn't able to serve me yesterday. And Shockit probably told him to just fucking leave it there. Because why? Because that is what the first woman who tried to serve me a subpoena for Fed 1 did. She left it on she didn't even leave it inside my patio on the table. She left it outside on rocking chairs where it could blow away in the wind. Okay? So Christine, you don't know how to spell. You were with Gabe when you called. Yes, I was with Gabe when I called. So I'm a witness, and he was on speaker. So Gabe is a witness to what the entire call. Okay.
Hey, Christine, I do know this about the law. He could have served me easily. He could have given it to my wife several times. He could have given it to my daughter, handed it to my daughter. He could have handed it to my son. But he chose not to. And he taped it to the gate, which was illegal because he didn't hand it to anyone.
Yeah.
And he was illegally on my property. And that
and where are those papers, Robbie, even to this moment?
Still sitting up by the gate.
Yep. So anyway, Stat says, because she's always got to put her 2 cents in. Remember, Robbie, she saved the swamp.
Oh, God.
I think she will show up and try to not comply with the rules of yes, no, I don't know, but. See, this is what's funny, okay? I'm not even being required to show up for a deposition. You guys don't bet your shit. Read the fucking paperwork, okay? I can tell you this right now. I didn't even read it. Somebody else fucking did, and it's not requiring me to show up for a deposition. People are a bunch of assholes. Anyway, so Big Al says the flea was a no-show already with excuses on one deposition. I don't think she'll get out of this one. Well, guess what, jackasses? The one subpoena for that deposition was invalid. And guess what? Again today, this subpoena invalid. You have to serve it upon the person it's meant for. You cannot leave it somewhere on a table. And by the way, I didn't see it. You cannot leave it somewhere on a table expecting them to get it. It is a subpoena. It's time consuming. It's got legit shit in it. You got to answer the subpoena. You got to do whatever, you know what I mean? You have to respond. And you have that in order for them to respond, you have to be served that subpoena in person, hand to hand. Unless there are other arrangements made. And I can tell you right now, there are no arrangements made. And the only way that they would be allowed to hand those papers to Gabe is prior to serving or to attempting to serve and getting a court order and the judge stating they can serve my husband. That's the only way. That did not happen. Go look it up. You can look it up and see what's filed. There is no order allowing him or his law firm to just leave papers with anybody, let alone my husband. Period. Okay. So I was not served. My husband cannot accept service. Didn't. He didn't sign anything. He walked away from the guy. Tori is not even in Florida. So the whole story about Tori being there, not true. And what was the other thing he said? Oh, I was away for 3 days. First off,
dude, all this bullshit has gone on for so long. It's ridiculous.
Yesterday, I was down by Robbie's. Okay. What, Orlando? First of all, I think this guy is from Orlando. So this guy knows that Orlando is like a 45-minute to an hour ride away. That is not a stay away for 3 fucking day thing. I don't know where he got this 3-day bullshit. I mean, whatever. He made it up. Completely made it up. So let's see. What else I think? Just looking. Randy will only ask questions that he has a good idea. Yeah, good point you put in there. Of the answer. If Lisa lies, I'm sure he will have evidence. Look, he has no fucking evidence. You want to know who's got evidence? I got evidence. You know why? Because I think from the get-go, Germs lied to his own lawyer about shit. And once, he either got caught by his lawyer or whatever, but I believe his lawyer is in on it altogether. He didn't bring no evidence, but what, an old video of actually it's not really that old, of Leslie that he showed that nobody got to see today, or at least I did, and I don't know when people were actually. I don't know if everybody was brought into the hearing at the same time. I don't know. I just know when it popped up for me. We had a watch party here, but I don't really believe that he had.
Thank you, Nine Chins.
He showed a video that Megan was bragging about, and it's not authenticated at all. There's no dates, there's nothing. It's taken out of context. It's not even the whole video. You can't do that. Okay. I mean, he may have gotten his point in trying to say, whatever he wanted the court to hear, but technically it's not legal evidence. And it's taken out of context, and they should show the whole thing. And I guarantee you, it's not. It's absolutely not. And whether Leslie actually has the exact video or not, I'm not sure. I don't know, but that doesn't even matter. The point is, it has no context. It refers to no case. There's no date on it when it was stated, or anything. So you don't know what she's talking about or referring to or whatever in this video that they showed. So to me, ixnay, bye, not accepted. But whatever. I mean, we'll see what the judge ends up having to say. But as far as I'm concerned, Leslie kicked the ever-living shit out of Shaka today. Let's see. What's this?
How did your view party go?
My view party was fabulous. We had quite a few people here watching this damn thing.
I know. I wish we could have made it, but Z and I had to run down south today.
Yeah, it was quite hilarious. Quite hilarious. The
I would have loved
it. It was absolutely amazing because that hearing was public.
Right.
So, and there were a lot of people there. It's kind of funny. You had, let's see. You had, who did I see in there? Nick Rekieta was there. Rekieta Law. You had, now I don't know if this was, real or whatever, but there were a lot of people anonymous. You didn't see German there, so he was anonymous. You had Tug in there under Tug something Fox. You had Megan there. She's the only one that had her screen on. Rich was there. But Rich had, his screen was on and off, so you saw him a little bit there. Let's see who else. DJ Radis, Megan, Tug, Nick Rekieta, some other lawyer. I saw the name Holly there. There was a Holly there, which I thought was hilarious.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a Holly there. Who else? There was observers. Lori Jones from the Facebook hater people. I'm pretty sure there was a lot of haters there, but they didn't have their names out. Who else? Quite a few people. But it wasn't just like last time there was a hearing. He said, we had a lot of supporters on our side. Yeah, but I think it was kind of 50-50 as to who was on what side there, dude, as to how many people showed up. Now, what I could tell you is I did not send out the links. So, it ended up being public, but I did not send out links, so no one got them from me. And honestly, I did that for a reason, and I didn't know how it was gonna, be or appear or whatever, and I didn't want to bring on a shit ton of people to it because I wanted Leslie to feel comfortable in her own skin. I didn't want her to feel like there was a bunch of people watching that she could see on the screen and stuff like that. So I just didn't want any part of that, really. But Leslie did great. She did absolutely great. But I do know that the link was sent out. But you're going to get blamed. Of course I'm going to get blamed. Blamed for what? Wait, what? What am I going to get blamed for? What this time? Since when do supporters matter to court? That's true. But I don't know. There was a lot of people there witnessing this. But Socket, here, let me just go over this before I do it. She doesn't know that she could accept, hold on. She doesn't know that she could accept, hold on. She doesn't know that she could accept, hold on. She doesn't know that she could accept, hold on. She doesn't know that she could accept, hold on. She doesn't know that she could accept, hold on. She doesn't know that she could accept, hold on. She doesn't know that she could accept, hold on. She doesn't know that she could accept, hold on. She doesn't know that she could accept, hold on. She doesn't know that she could accept, hold on. She doesn't know that she could accept, hold on. She doesn't know that she could accept, hold on. She doesn't know that she could accept, hold on. She doesn't know that she could accept, hold on. She doesn't know that she could accept, hold on. She doesn't know that she could accept, hold on. She doesn't know that she could accept, hold on. She doesn't know that she could accept, hold on. She doesn't know that she could accept, This Rick character, LOL, she doesn't know that he could accept service for her, I think. No, you're wrong, Rick.
You're wrong.
She won't.
Learn the
She keeps
law.
making the same mistakes. Bad thing is she usually comes out smelling like roses in the end. I don't know if that's in reference to me or the it seems like they're all, about me right now. So obviously I was the topic at the moment. So bad thing is she usually comes out smelling like roses in the end. Well, maybe because the truth is the truth. And I don't smell like roses, thank you very much. But the truth is the truth. And eventually the truth will come out. And what does it do, guys? What is the old famous saying about the truth? It sets you free.
Okay? It sets you free. And shit floats to the top. Exactly.
And we got the truth. So Ninja Puppy, okay, someone's puppy. Felicia will plead the fifth. Plead the fifth to what? Do you guys even know what the hell was filed?
What the fifth means? For?
Yeah, and do you know what it means? Now who's WD? Wait, just thought of something. This will be her chance to tell a judge, any judge, all the horrible things she knows about JH. That's a fact. I mean, all the horrible things she knows about JH. Okay. Maybe you guys are clueless when see, Robbie, nobody knows how procedures are in court. You don't just get there to get to go and flap your gums about irrelevant shit. Okay, what you do is you have a motion, you have an allegation, you prove your allegation. If it has nothing to do with the allegation or something to do with the motion, it's irrelevant.
As long as Fauci has nothing to do with that, I'm good.
I can't believe all that stuff. Oh my God, Robbie. I don't even know if I can get into that, but so let's see what else. Do you think now Flea will lock all his streams behind a paywall? Possibly. You never know. Do they actually believe that my streams are behind a paywall because of court? Court could subpoena all my live streams, even the ones nobody can see. Like this is like ridiculous that they come up with this. Oh, look at this, screenshot this. Someone did. It wasn't Lips that was served, it was Flea. No, actually neither one of us were served. She is hiding her live streams behind the paywall to make fictitious claims of money loss. Really?
What?
Money loss.
That just made no sense.
I'm hiding my live streams behind the paywall to make fictitious claims of money loss. No, they're behind a paywall so you can't claim fair use and profit off of my live streams because you have no content. That's why. And in order to do that, that's the protection I have. It doesn't fully protect me, guys, because they still get it. They sign up as members to get it. The thing is, it's behind the paywall, and I can prove it's behind the paywall. They're screwed. And Megan is completely screwed. You guys can try and defend her all you want, just like you tried to defend Germ and, I guess, Shockit in today. Leslie cremated Shockit as far as I'm concerned. And put it this way, if the judge goes against her, it will be appealed because the law is the law. Okay, so whether this judge likes Leslie or not,
oh my goodness,
it don't matter. The law is the law. And Leslie came forward with the law, what the law is, and Shockit brought none. None. He brought no case law. He brought nothing. Let's see. Tug has Mr. Coop. I called it. I knew she was going to deny service. See, because what happened is during this time, so they were all talking about Jeremy's short video about me being served, right? And then all of a sudden, I find out about it because someone sent it to me. So I went and made a post on my community page, right? And with that, I turned around and I said I was not served. You guys can go look at it or whatever. So they saw it, and now they're talking about it in the chat.
John Cook, amen.
I called it. I knew she was going to deny service. It's not denying it. Okay. Stats. Bahaha. Lisa said she was not served 5 minutes ago on her community page. Yes, Stalkerazzi's. Yes, I did, because I was not served. You know.
See,
So
that's what amazes me there, because Floyd is a very intelligent man.
Yes, he is.
And Stats, ask your husband if that's considered served.
Yeah. So let's see. Put it this way: if someone was trying to serve Stats and they saw her husband, and this is a subpoena I'm talking about. If they were trying to serve Stats a subpoena and they saw her husband, they cannot give it to her husband and say you're served.
No,
they cannot do that. They have to give it to Stats. And you never know, Stats. Keep it up. That might happen to you. keep up your lying bullshit, bitch. Okay. You never know who's going to end up in this after everything.
That's
guys.
the one thing I hate. I hate that, because I liked Stats and I like Floyd.
Yeah. Well, Floyd is cool. He's probably talking shit about me because he knows I don't like his wife, but Floyd actually was cool. You know.
But I like Stats too. We're all a little kooky.
Shit. Sorry. I did not hear it. Rich is here. Hold on. I did not hear the. Sorry, Rich.
Yo.
What's up?
There's Rich.
I've been sitting back here for 20 minutes.
No way.
Rich. Hey, Rich. That
left.
means nothing. I sat there one night for 45 minutes.
No, look, this is all I have left of my breadsticks.
Yes, Connie Sue. Yes.
Breadsticks.
What do you got? Like 50 cents?
Relevant again. So, you know. Hold on a second. Who's this dumbass? Hold on. Hold on. You guys can't talk. I'm just looking at something.
How you doing, Sir Rich?
I'm doing great. I'm eating my breadstick. I'm on the last bit of my breadstick. See?
I need you to change your name on your thing to Sir Richard Luthmann.
It says Sir Richard Luthmann on there.
Oh, okay, it does. I'm sorry. It was cut off from the edge of my screen. I'm looking on my phone screen because my TV's not working, because lightning struck by the house, and for some reason my remote won't work on the TV now. Hello, Pebs.
All right, so what does this say? Hold on, let's zoom in here. Sent Patties, Jen, peace. Today's hearing is public. Where everyone behaves means to shut their cameras off. The judge will not even know they're there. Okay, I guess. If Gabe was there and Tori was there, she was there. Hold on. If Gabe was there and Tori was there, she was there. Oh, meaning me, I was there. I wasn't even asked for, so I don't even know. There was no is Lisa here or nothing. Well, if Lisa does a no-show, the judge could issue an arrest warrant, and since it's federal, that could be FBI, I think.
The FBI's involved. The FBI's involved.
But wait a minute. The bankruptcy's not federal.
Bankruptcy is federal.
Actually, it is federal.
It is?
But yeah, I'm a non-party. Guys, remember one thing. I am a non-party to the bankruptcy case.
You're not a party yet. You listen. You weren't even served, right? You didn't get handed.
No, I was not served.
It's like they don't know how to serve people. I haven't been served yet either.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The FBI's involved again?
Well, Rich, they actually comment and they say that because they're trying to say that we're all saying that we've not been served. You know, Dave, you, Robbie, me, you know.
Hey, Rich.
I never said I wasn't served a lawsuit. I was served a lawsuit. No big deal.
I wasn't.
Robbie was not. Super Dave was not. Rich was not. Okay. But I guess at the point, you know, that it was at, you know, Belitho just did what he did. I don't know. But legal service, they were not legally served. Chicky Chi, thank you for the super chat. Lisa, could you please ask Richard to mod a few people on his channel? Some of the behavior gets old. Yeah, you might want a mod on there, Rich.
What do I got to do?
To add a mod?
Well, no, if I want to really punish them, I think mod's a little weak way to punish people.
Yeah, Rich loves letting them say their shit.
Find a way to make it so it burns when they pee. for something like
Yeah.
that. I can do something a little more drastic than even moderation, right?
Yeah.
Like
But, hey,
telepathic
Rich.
urinary
We'll have
tract
to troll that, like, because people like to, talk amongst themselves too and talk about what's going on, and then you get the
Rich.
trolls lying and spreading the false stuff that that's the stuff that they don't want to see. I don't think they're
Rich.
gonna like your response. Oh, well, yes. Yeah, probably not.
Rich.
Well,
Are they going to send out those cute FBI agents like they did last time?
maybe, I don't know. But one of my buddies who got arrested by the feds, how they got him was they had a hot young FBI agent jogging down his block. This is up in New York, Staten Island, and he's out there smoking a cigarette in front of his house and watching this chick run and jog, and then he's following her, with his head, and all of a sudden they come from the other direction, bam. Some of the ways that they get people, man. The FBI is crazy.
Oh, look at this one. Rich, check this out. Listen to this one. Surely posting that she isn't served means she had acknowledged that she is aware of the service, therefore she is served.
Okay.
Oh my God, you people are idiots.
I'm aware that there's a disease called AIDS, therefore I have AIDS, right? Get the fuck out of here. You're a moron.
You fucking
Look,
moron.
just because I know that someone said they were going to subpoena
Rich,
me,
what? How do you say that?
doesn't mean
You
I know what's
fucking
in the
mooly.
subpoena.
You fucking moron.
It's you
You have
mooly.
to serve me the
don't
paperwork.
say that.
How am I going to know
That
what's
gets
in
bad.
there?
That gets bad. You can't say that word. That's a bad word.
Fucking idiots. I can't even believe this. Fleesta posted she wasn't served, and the arrows over that. Something was poppy seed. Each time they say that shit, they're defaming. You know that, right? But either way. Yeah, no, sorry. Again, not legally served, which means that the service they're going to claim is invalid. And not only that, I think that's the last comment that I have that was sent to me. So I'm going to close that out, but I do want to show y'all something else. So getting quite irritated at the way these process servers handle their job. I decided, you know what? We're not going to let them get away with it like the other ones did. So I went directly to the 5th Judicial Court of Process Service that he works for, and I made a complaint. Okay. And I said, it's a formal complaint against process server Mark Newby. And I put his, company name there. Dear Sir Matter, I'm writing you to lodge a formal complaint regarding the conduct of Mark Newby, a process server who identifies himself as working for Mid-State Security Investigations, LLC, under the authority of the 5th Judicial Court. On July 29, 2026, at 5:01 p.m., Mr. Newby entered my property and attempted to deliver legal papers. Security footage shows he first approached my door, then a neighbor's door, and finally another neighbor 3 houses down. That neighbor, who is not the person named in the subpoena, returned to my home with him. After receiving no answer, Mr. Newby provided another neighbor with whom he approached, calling them by my name, misidentifying her as me, an ill-attempted trick, his business card, which ultimately led me to call him. During the call, he told me he had a package for me, and after my questioning who it was for and from, he admitted the papers were a subpoena and stated that he had to be served directly to me. I informed him I was out of town and could not accept service. On July 30th, 2026, at 9:16 a.m., Mr. Newby returned to my home and left a subpoena on my patio after speaking to my walking out to his vehicle to go to work, who he never, I guess I left out the end there. He never asked his name, nor did he ask for me or if I was even home. He is not the named individual on the subpoena. He falsely claimed I had authorized this delivery, which is untrue. This conduct is not in compliance with Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 45, which requires personal service of subpoenas. Mr. Newby's actions were misleading, evasive, and failed to comply with the law. I have video evidence, witness statements, and records of these interactions. I would also like to note that this is the second time this law firm has tried to serve me with subpoenas for 2 separate cases that I was not and am not a party of. I respectfully request a review of this process service conduct and appropriate action by your office. Boom.
Wow.
What I can tell you is I already received a response from them.
So they said, fuck you, go away.
Yeah, but I didn't save it to a PDF form to show you guys. I realized that like right before going live that they had responded. So yeah, and that's not the only thing I filed.
You know you got to file with Lisa, right? You know you got to file with next.
The bar complaint, the Florida bar.
Well, that you can do that too. That's easy.
I already did.
Yeah, good for you. But you know the other place, the other person you can email this to is, you can send this to the administrative office of the courts, the United States courts, because this is a federal service under Rule 45. You send it to the state judicial circuit, right? And he gets processed for the state too. But we can get him on this one because you can send it to Alan Windsor. I think it's Alan Windsor. He's the Chief Justice of the Northern District Court. Send it to him in his chambers and fuck with him a little because he's in charge of everything. He's the judge, right? Send it to the 11th Circuit, because they're in charge of the entire district, and send it to the executive office or the administrative office of the United States courts. Send it to those people too. Let everybody know about it. What's wrong with that? Put Randy Shockett's name all over it. Put Mark Newby's name all over it. Let them all know their name. But make them famous.
Why not? Right?
You're an American. You have every right to complain about your government. Every right to complain about your government. And so this guy was serving government process on behalf of an attorney. So you have every right to complain about it.
Yeah. So I also filed another bar complaint against Shockett today because this is, in fact, the second time he's attempted to serve me and claims that he's serving me legally when, in fact, he's not. The first time he attempted to serve me a subpoena, you have so many days before, they have to give you 7 to 14 days. Like, it depends on what it is. And I don't remember which it was 7 or 14 days at this time, but he had to give you a certain amount of days.
It was 14 at the time.
It was 14 at the time. Okay. I was given like 6 or 7, not even 7 days. It was like 6 days before I had to respond. Right. So that was false. He did not serve me because those papers were left on my table. That's outside. Robbie, you know where the rocking chairs are outside?
Yeah.
It was left on the table between the chairs. So it wasn't, and they could have easily, if they're going to leave it, they could have easily walked into the patio and left them on that table so they didn't blow away, right? But no, They left them outside on the table out there. And then
because they can't go in the door on the patio.
Well, I can tell you what, the guy that came today and yesterday went inside the patio.
That's breaking and entering.
Well, that's what he did. So he did it twice.
Enclosure. Oh, yeah, he's in trouble.
Yeah, that's what he did. So, anyhow, and what's the other thing? What was the other thing? Oh, when they serve you a subpoena, right, for a deposition, okay, that's what it was for. It was for a deposition. And when they serve you that, they have to provide you a check that it would include what?
The subpoena fee.
Yes, like subpoena. And that includes it's
based on the mileage to the point of compliance.
Right. And I received no check. So there were several things wrong with the subpoena that he did not serve me. And I let him know that. And I let him know the day before that I was not going to be at the deposition because I don't believe I was served, that the service was valid. And his response to me was, see you in the morning. I was like, this guy is such an intimidating asshole, and it's just not working for me. This guy cannot intimidate me, which, Rich, by the way, is the reason I think he doesn't want to actually do a deposition on me.
Yeah.
In person.
Yeah, I don't think Shockett would do too good because today is the first time I really saw him in action, and he sucked. He fucking sucked.
Oh, he absolutely did. But have you seen him in his deposition with Michelle? He wasn't like that with Michelle.
The choice is Randy Shockett or the public defender? I go with the public defender. The fuck out of here.
Oh, shit.
Well, that's because he was in front of a judge. So he had to seem calm and stuff. But I can tell you right now, I was in the bankruptcy hearing, right? And he lost his shit because he thought there was somebody in the room with Michelle. I mean, literally up like out of his seat, like, oh my God, and started freaking out. So I actually did think that he was going to act somewhat like that with Leslie today based on that and the fact of how he treated Michelle in the depositions, right?
No, he wouldn't have got away with that in the court. No, you're right about that.
Well, he was, to me, he was straight-faced today. He was sweating. He brought up no case law, nothing, you know, and
he's a fucking lightweight.
Yeah, I mean it was quite funny. And Leslie, oh my god,
She kicked ass, didn't she?
Oh
she
my
kick
god,
ass?
Yeah. Totally kicked ass.
I kind of want this judge to give. I kind of want this judge to do the whole trial now. I kind of want to see her beat the fuck out of him for like a full day. That would be fun.
Right. Well,
and even German would have to pay for that. That's the best part.
And then what about this bond thing? He's trying to get a bond on Leslie, and meanwhile she's the defendant. He brought the suit against her.
Yeah, he's a moron. That's moronic.
I'm like, hold on a second. Wait, how does that work? You know? So, and then he tried to say something at the end where it was weird. It was like, how do you expect that to happen? They changed the laws and now they added that defendants can be, required to put up a bond. And I'm like, that doesn't even make sense, but I don't know if that's correct because I didn't bet that. But that is what he said.
He's a moron.
So overall, Rich, how do you feel that the court went today?
I think it went very well for Leslie. The only problem is that I think there's a bit of a prejudice against Leslie, only because of her prior engagement with the legal system. There's an issue there. That's the only real issue, I don't know if they have flies on the wall in the Orlando courthouse either. I don't know if they've bribed people, if they've done what they've claimed to do in other courthouses where they bribe people or they have people that know exactly what judges are doing. So you can't trust these people. They are very, very slippery people. So the honesty in them are in different continents. You know how it is.
So Richard, what you're telling me is they're a bunch of eels.
Yeah, they're a bunch of eels. That's what they are.
They're very slippery.
They're slippery people. They're slippery people, and that's the problem with them. You can't trust them, and that's the thing. It's like, why bother dealing with the people? They're just pieces of shit. They really are. But you got to try to. That's the longer Germ is in this, the worse it's going to be for him. That's all it comes down to. Unless there's another fucking lockdown, put it down. Unless there's another pandemic, his YouTube channel is going to disappear. Mark my words. In one way or another. That's just what it comes down to. Nobody cares about his crap anymore. He lost it. He had it and he lost it. He's passé, as they say.
Well, it's funny. Before they had gone into court, Leslie actually tried to get the court to decipher whether it was going to be about the original statute or the amended statute, which made a difference because, they have, new laws, like the new amended statute would include family law and, the cases. And so that she was trying to get them to decide that before she went into court. Right. So it turns out I don't believe they did that and then when they were in there, she was, Chocolate was questioning her. Right. And she answered truthfully, and he was even able to rebut the questions he was asking because he was trying to insinuate things, right? So, but
you gotta watch those sneaky snakes; they'll steal all your root beer a little bit,
right?
But he says that it's not about the 5-case rule, but it was always about the 5-case rule.
He hasn't had 5 cases, Lisa.
I know.
He said that he had 8, and there's only 1 or 2 that may qualify, and they probably don't.
Right.
If I'm the judge, if I'm ruling on that, I would say that he got 1 case. He's 1 for 8. That's what I'm saying. That will be my.
But you would still have to look at the case itself.
Well, I would say that he still have to look at the case itself. But from what I know, I think I would say he's 1 for 8 at this point.
Okay. Well,
think about it.
All I know,
the Florida federal court case is out automatically. Right? The family court stuff's out automatically because it predates it.
Right.
I think that any type of protective type thing is out. As a matter of law. I think if that goes to the Supreme Court or even the District Court of Appeal, they'll throw that part of the statute out.
Right.
And all the other stuff, there's technicalities. There's standing, and there's statute of limitations, and there's improper service and dismiss without prejudice. So it's not like there's a bad ruling. I think it was 1 case that may have been a bad ruling. That's it. So whatever.
But he was trying to say that it wasn't about the 5 case thing, and it was always about the 5 case rule. And she creamed him. She completely creamed him. And then at the end, he tried to change the legal standard and make up a bunch of shit, which he never even got evidence on against her.
He does that all the time, though. So
yeah,
that's his MO.
The only evidence he got was her testimony and printouts of court docket titles. That's it.
Yeah.
And what is that? None of that was basically in his favor. You know, titles, whatever, you can say whatever you want, but he had her testimony, and her testimony creamed his ass. As far as I'm concerned. So, you know, I think she won that. Now, if the judge were to go, I don't think the judge can rule in favor of Socket or Hales.
I don't think so either. I don't think they met their burden at all.
No, not at all. And if
they
she did,
show 5, they didn't show 5.
Yeah, and not only that, if she did, it would be going against the rulings of the other judges.
Yeah,
in a sense.
You're right.
You know what I
Lisa,
mean?
is it raining up there?
Not that I know of, Robbie, but I can hear. Actually, hold on. Let me take a look. On my lovely security cameras that has every bit of what's transpired at my house the past 48 hours. Just saying.
It's pouring and lightning like crazy here.
Yeah.
So if I get lost, I apologize.
His statements today. Let's see. Is it raining? No, it's not. Nope.
It's thundering and lightning here and raining.
There's a little bit of wind.
I got a question for you, Lisa.
Yeah.
Was Nick Recato on that stream?
Recato Law was there.
I'm happy to see that he put down the Coke spoon. That's really good. That's a good accomplishment for him.
Yeah, there was quite a few people there. Nick Recato, hold on. I wrote them down.
Piglet was there. She looked like a piglet.
Yes. She, aside from you popping your camera on and off, she was the only one who had a camera on besides Shock.
I went to like 4 or 5 different places during that thing. It was really fun. One of the places was the bathroom.
Yeah, Richard. It was really fun.
The Scent Platts person that was in the comments on Scoop's live, he was in there. Lots of anonymous people: Dusty Rhodes, Bob, 2 Davids, DJ Radis, Denise, Don. Whoa, was that Don B? Let's see. Another
DJ
observer
around. He didn't like crawl into a kangaroo hole and die.
I guess not.
I haven't heard from him since I made him. I became his daddy. I haven't heard from him. It's a little.
Oh, he hasn't called you anymore?
No, he doesn't like me being his daddy. Fucking kangaroo.
Boy.
Joy was in there. You had Lee Sargent, another Facebooker, in there.
He's scared to call you, Richard.
Yeah, I know.
Of course, Michael was there. Lori Jones was there. Shizzy Wiznut was there.
Shizzy was there?
Yep.
His wife let him out long enough to go onto the fucking internet. It's great.
We had Shirley Martin.
She was at work.
Yeah, she was probably at work making money.
Umbrella Guy. Beast 13 was in there. A bunch of observers.
Hit right now.
The guy who does my transcripts, Mark Van Loffett, that 70-year-old down in Pompano with the sign company who's got, a lot of family problems with the law. He was in there. Who else? Yep, Recato Law. You had a concerned citizen. I wonder who that was. Brian. There was a Brian in there too. Now, see, Brian was a name that Germ used to go under. Brian Smith, when he was cheating on his wife and had the other relationships, that was a name. So that could have been Germ, because Germ wasn't in there under his name. He was hiding, totally hiding. Another Facebooker, Sharon, was in there. But yeah, so there was a bunch of people in there. A bunch. Let's see. Yeah. So crazy. We all should have been there for Leslie. She would have loved that. Um, yeah, I just, if you guys all had the link, that would have been really cool. However, um, I didn't want to be the one to send it out
I
because
sent
I
that out.
want. Yeah,
I
I
sent that
know.
out for everybody.
Yeah, I heard it's done. Um, I was running late, and meanwhile I had people here watching it, and I didn't get a chance to even send it to one person, the link. So I just my mindset was to make sure that Leslie felt comfortable, and I didn't want her seeing that there was a ton of people in there, you know. Um, and because she knew there would be a lot of people based on the last time. Lisa, they posted your letter on Facebook. Let them. Guess what, guys? I have video evidence to back my letter up. And I bet you that guy didn't even realize there was cameras here. So he lied. He stated that he was legally allowed to leave them there. And it's a lie. He's not legally allowed to leave them there.
He's legally not allowed to come onto the patio because you've got two doors to it.
Yeah, he wasn't invited in. He came on.
Him if you were home,
Yeah.
He broke the
but he
enclosure.
did. And not only that, the front patio is the front. There's two doors on my patio, and he couldn't get in the first one, so he went to the one on the side of the house.
Well, that's even better. It comes on the side. You can put two of them right away. Not even a question.
That's breaking and entering.
He broke the enclosure. There's the castle doctrine in Florida. You don't need to even retreat or even do anything. If somebody's in the side of your fucking house, you can take him the fuck out.
Yeah. It's a castle state. You could have shot him.
King Paco, hey Lisa, they're calling me your puppet boy. The only puppets I know are those Muppets over there, clearly admitting they are. Held by the strings.
Hey, Pebs. Hi, honey.
Yeah. So, good night, Pabs.
Good night, sweetheart.
So what else? Okay, man, I can tell you right now, there's so many emails being read right now. It's so funny. But yeah, so there's a lot going on today between the bullshit of me being served, which again, not served. But I might just accept service, via email.
Oh, hi, Anna.
Do shock it. Why not? Because I have one hell of a surprise for shock it and jerk. I don't believe that they're gonna like it. You know who's not gonna like it? The judge. But the judge isn't gonna like what Jeremy and Shockett are doing, not me, because I'm going to be pointing out.
Amen, Bonnie. My opinions are my own.
Yep.
And an opinion's like an asshole. We all have them.
They will each need a blue bucket, right? But yeah, so
I love my kids.
I was not served. I was not served legally at all. I was never handed papers. But if I am able to get through this, whatever this subpoena paperwork actually is, I already know what I will be responding to because I've been told about what it is this whole time. And it's quite hilarious. But what I can tell you guys is he wants to get correspondence between me and everybody, like I've been dealing with for months at a time, and he's got no right to that. Nor does he have. I will never state who emails me what or gifts me anything, or because it's not his right to see any of that, and it's not my right to give out that information. And I will not do that, and he can't get me to do that because I'm going to protect anybody who's ever emailed me, anybody who has ever, said anything to me. And the fact of the matter is, a lot of you guys have screen names that aren't your real names, and I don't know most of who you are.
Yeah.
So I mean, and I don't even have the ability to provide that information, even if I wanted to, but I never would anyway. But I don't have the ability to do that. The only place that could do that would be like YouTube or something, platforms. They'd have to get that from them. I don't have that kind of information. So to my knowledge, he's requesting things that it isn't even something I can provide. So, but by law, like the legalities of what he's questioning and asking for is just absolutely absurd. So, and I'm going to be pointing that out very clearly. So when you see the filing from me that might be coming, make sure you quote me by using the words, and I mean them because you only get the truth here, is let me be very clear. Remember those words when you read my filing. So anyhow, but I think that this whole thing is a bunch of bullshit. And by the time this all gets in front of a court, who knows if that bankruptcy will still exist? You never know. Because I doubt very highly that the judge in the bankruptcy case really gives two shits of Jeremy serving me. He's trying to think that I paid Michelle to be on my channel. Hey, Rich, by the way, am I paying you to be on my channel tonight?
No.
Yeah. Robbie, am I paying you? Have I ever paid you to be on my channel, Robbie?
I've never gotten a goddamn dime.
So, I mean, hey, that doesn't happen here.
And listen, that's so ridiculous. I've been on your channel since day one.
Yep.
And this paying to be on my channel shit, what the fuck is that about?
Yeah.
You either come on or you don't come on.
Yeah. Kopi, okay, Starbucks. I am seeing it now. I'm seeing, but it's not in the chat. Kopi's still not showing up in chat. But I just saw it pop up on my screen. Do breadsticks count as payment?
Smoking deeds, right? I never even got a breadstick, damn it.
Hey, wait a minute. Okay, wait. I've been on your channel and sent you super chat. But I never sent you a breadstick here. You want a breadstick, Robbie?
I want a breadstick, damn it.
Okay.
I need a breadstick.
I just, this is all crazy. The lies are insane. Rich, did you see that video today of Jeremy?
Yeah, he's so stupid, that guy.
Everything he said is just false. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh my God. And it wasn't even that long after that happened, because I get told by Gabe what happened. I got to go and literally check my camera footage. I'm like, oh my God, this is insane. This is insane. And literally like 10 minutes later, Hales was posting a video. I'm like, he's such a liar.
Dude, can you hear it raining here?
No.
What?
No, I can't hear anything.
It is pouring. I can barely hear you guys.
I know. They hate the fact Robbie and Lisa are real friends. Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Lisa, I had the FBI here today and had a great time with the female body investigators. Really?
God, I wish they would come back to our place.
Well, you know what? I mean, you never know. I mean, they could be around more than we think. Robbie, can you hear me?
Now I can.
Welcome to Get Swamped. Hey, who is them Gator girls?
Mr. Kesey, agents T's and Please, here to ask you a few questions.
Oh, mama, give me tatas.
All right, go ahead.
I already played it.
What'd you play?
The FBI thing. Maybe you missed it.
No way.
I did. You want me to do it again? Here, hold on.
Welcome to
Yeah.
Get Swamped. Hey, who is them Gator girls?
Mr. Kesey, agents T's and please, here to ask you a few questions.
Oh, mama, give me tatas.
Those two agents need to come back over.
Well, we like the FBI here.
We love them.
You probably more than me. But let's see. Yeah, I think sometime this evening we're gonna have to do a Gullible Minions video because, like, wow.
Every time I see him, I just want to breastfeed.
Give you some of them tatas. But yeah, so just watching the chat in Coop's thing, because I got sent that link too, like immediately afterwards, and watching all the shit that they were saying. There's so much more compared to what I showed, and I'm like, wow. I'm like, the fact that they were literally spinning what Jeremy had spun was crazy, and it was within a matter of minutes.
Dude, when they show up, I just regress to like a 6-month-old.
He's still on the FBI girls. He wants
Oh, check it out. DJ Radis has a picture of me pooping during the hearing. That's great.
Oh, really?
But he won't call
Yeah,
you.
awesome.
He won't call his daddy.
You know, he put it out there. Have me sitting there and just pooping. All right, that's pretty cool.
Thank you, Joe.
That's cool.
Riddle me this, Batman. If Shockett has evidence, why were 8 defendants in Fed 2 dismissed with prejudice? Exactly.
Call daddy.
Exactly. Why were we dismissed, Robbie?
Oh, boy.
Tell me how.
Failure to state a claim.
Yeah, but tell me how us pro sayers were able to kick Shockett's ass with motions to dismiss.
Oh, boy.
How is that possible if he had all kinds of evidence? I mean, the allegations were crazy. I mean, real serious allegations there. Failure to state a claim. Failure.
And that's a shame because I had all kinds of evidence, and I still do, saved up in text messages and
yeah. And
everything.
This whole subpoena now, for me, it's a fishing expedition. Jeremy's already claimed that and stated it in his videos. Right? And they've already been in court with me and tried to sue me. And it was dismissed with prejudice. And he's trying to get all this information again by using the bankruptcy court to do it. Okay? Yes, a content expedition. And it's just not going to happen. We're not going to allow that. There's nothing that he could get. I'm willing to do one of two things because who cares, right? But this
is exactly why I tell everybody, don't delete your text messages. Don't delete your messages unless they're nonsense messages, but always save them.
Yeah. Got proof. Tina,
Yeah.
how you doing? Failure to state a claim.
Hi, Tina.
Yeah. No evidence to support the allegations. Exactly. That's exactly what failure to state a claim means. And they're gonna be found out. I just can't even believe he's pulled all this into somebody else's bankruptcy case. And quite frankly, if he's trying to prove that Michelle made some kind of money, first off, why don't you ask Michelle? Why don't you check Michelle's statements and whatever else to see if she has received any money? But because there's going to be double proof there. Asking me, I can't provide something that didn't happen, didn't exist, which is mostly all of Jeremy's claims anyway. And he thinks he's going to take this and use it for something else, which no, It's not going to happen. It doesn't work that way. It's a fishing expedition for some other case that he's going to try and attempt to sue me on. And, he's already had a lot of these torts involved in Fed 2. Defamation, tortious interference, the Lanham Act thing, conspiracy. What else was in there? I'm forgetting something. But, and he can't try to sue me again on any of that. He could file it, but he's going to lose. And he'll lose immediately. When the judge sees that he's trying to file something against me for the same shit that was dismissed with prejudice, which clearly means he cannot try and sue me again for the same thing. So, he's a fool to even do so, and he'd be wasting money. And if Shockett's telling him that, then Shockett's just literally trying to get every dime he's got. Why is Jerem all up in Michelle bankruptcy? Yeah, because he's claiming that he's a creditor when he's technically a potential creditor. Because her owing him any money would mean that those cases have to be closed. Because there's still a possibility that she can have any of those things reversed. So, and some of them she might even be able to appeal if it went against her. But those cases are still open. Every one of them are still open for now. So, but Jerem forgets he's not the only creditor in that bankruptcy. And if he thinks because he's a creditor that he can request things of me as he's trying to do, well, then why can't I subpoena him and request that he provide all the financials on every video he has made off of Michelle, John, and Harley? Well, or just Michelle, because Michelle is always his main focus. Because it is Michelle's bankruptcy. And if he profited off of Michelle and using her for, 3 to 4 years, why couldn't that be brought up? Because there's money there that he's made off of her already that he's trying to claim he's a creditor for.
That's what's amazing.
Yeah. So why don't we his financials for every video he's ever done?
That amazes me because he's literally made hundreds of thousands of dollars off of her.
Literally. Oh, and Jerem said last time he was in Otter Creek, someone threatened to delete him. What was that comment about? Who? Martha? Is that what he's projecting?
Nobody threatened to delete.
Delete him? How was that? Delete his channel, you mean? Oh, that's what you're saying, Martha. Maybe George is the one that did that? So, who knows? I have no idea. I don't know anything about that. But here's a comment. What Jerb said about Leslie just goes to show people on your channel, people that support you, that follow you, tell the truth. I don't know why. Okay, hold on. Let me just read this first. This comment, this person's very disgusted. She is truthful.
Wait a minute. Is it what you told me earlier that he said she was disgusting?
Yeah.
Then why did you grab her tits? Why did you grab her crotch?
Right. Let's see. By the way, do you know this? Do you know that the courts look at words differently? Like rather than saying like someone's a pathological liar, or if you would take the word pathological out and you'd use the word compulsive or habitual, they see it better. Like they more acknowledge it more.
Habitual.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
One word can totally change the way something is viewed.
Oh, so guess what? They already put a privacy complaint on my live from before.
They did?
Already. Yeah.
Whose privacy?
I kind of want them to take it down because the video, the part of the video they're claiming is the Megan Fox breadsticks in the car. You know, the revenge stuff that they're claiming. So if they do that, I might sue YouTube actually at that point to bring them in the lawsuit. when Germ, hopefully this thing goes to discovery and I can bring YouTube in at the same time. That'll be fun.
Yeah, YouTube might find themselves involved in a lot more than that.
Well, the problem is that it's a filed court document at this point, right? That
Right.
video is a filed court document. So they can't
Yeah.
complain on the basis of that being privacy violation because it's a public document.
Yeah. It's public. The whole thing's public.
And at that point, it's a violation of their terms and conditions. So we'll see.
Yeah, the whole thing is public. The hearing today was public. It's so many allegations and stuff going on about the hearing in itself, which is kind of funny. But you know what? I guess you guys should think about things that are done prior to hearings, and you don't know what goes on behind the scenes. His ego got hurt, and I can't.
Good night, Smoking D.
That's right. People think certain things are illegal, and they're not.
God bless you, bro.
So all I know is I had fun watching that today with a bunch of people here, and I think that Leslie kicked Shaka's ass. Period. I don't think that they're gonna win that motion. I think that if in fact they did, Leslie will appeal it based on the law, which she should. I think that if there's any question, that the judge should give Leslie that, evidentiary hearing that she's asking to go over each case. To show what each case was all about. You can't just go by what Shaka says without proving, the points in the case. Just because she filed a lawsuit, there was what you, like you said, Rich, there was only one that you think that may have been,
that may have been okay.
Yeah,
sounds like it could have been. Yeah,
yeah, sounds like. But you got to open the case and look at the case, right? Are you talking about the one with the sanctions? Is that the one you were talking about?
There's one of them that got to a final. Well, the one that got final that she didn't have a lawyer on. There's only one case, I think. There's only one.
Yeah, I don't remember.
She had a lawyer on for a piece of the case, or it wasn't a final. It didn't go final.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember which case that was. Because even like Leslie, she would have to, pull them up and view the case, which is exactly what she said. But man, she brought out, all the statutes and the laws and the case law and stuff. And I don't recall Shaka mentioning any kind of case law at all. He was just trying to grasp, straws and make a point, that she had already basically debunked. Now, I don't know what happened before they actually, showed the hearing on screen.
Lisa, this may be a little off topic. But who are all these Vikings, Romans, and Indians that are hoisting you guys?
I don't know. The cheerleading squad. I don't know. Maybe you, Gabe. I don't know.
It definitely don't look like me in
the
there.
village people.
Those guys are too big. Those guys got arms as big as my waist.
It's the Warriors.
I'm like, Gabe's going to get a little jealous, and so's Michael.
No, they're worried. Yes, the emojis, they're all warriors. Jeez.
Mo.
All in the name of justice, guys. Justice will prevail. No matter how long it takes, justice will prevail. We already won Fed 2, And in my opinion, Leslie won that motion today. But we still have to wait and see. Judge has not issued anything on it. So, but that's my opinion on it. She rocked it. And the only person I saw, I'm actually going to go and listen to what Tug had to say tonight, just to hear their version of what they thought happened today. and how they tried to spin it. I can only imagine them trying to mock Leslie's appearance and say that Shaka did this, had her on that, whatever. I can only imagine the bullshit that they're spewing. And the whole story. And then, you know what, Rich? You're probably going to, if you said you already got a privacy complaint, then they were obviously watching you. And can you imagine the shit that's going on about that right now?
Yeah, we'll see what's happening with that. It's like pretty stupid. I think it is. It's pretty stupid. Let's see what we got. Halesverse Preston in the Northern District of Florida. What we got here?
If the cases that Shaka was citing for justification for the vexatious litigant accusation were without merit, why did he not provide the final dispositions as evidence? Don't know, Jeff. He didn't.
Yeah, he's a moron.
He literally looked at, I definitely thought that he was going to object to things that Leslie was saying, because that's the one thing I've been saying this whole time since the last hearing. As long as Leslie gets her say in there, she's got him. She's got him by the balls. And I was pretty sure that he was going to object and try to talk over her in the whole 9 yards. But I think he learned, as well as Leslie did in the first hearing, that this judge does not like interruptions. I mean, she made that very clear. So he was not going to interrupt Leslie. So he tried to pay attention to what the judge said, because he's got to win over the judge. He's the plaintiff, right? I mean, both sides have to. But it just amazes me how he acted today, and the innocence of it all. And meanwhile, he's the shadiest fucker I've ever seen in a court. And maybe he thinks that that's him being a bull.
Good night, brother.
But no.
Prayers up.
Good night, Hal. Good night. At least you may end up losing brain cells going to watch their video. Probably. I heard last night's video was so freaking bad. The mocking and the shit that they did to Leslie. So I think they were trying to intimidate her by doing all that. And I can just tell you right now, Leslie was not listening. She doesn't listen to your crap. Okay. She was not listening. So your efforts last night not only got you in more defamation and more serious shit when it comes to her suing you, but you made yourself look like a fool. And for what reason? You tried to intimidate and it didn't work. And shame on you.
It's for all Paloma.
Yeah, well, you know what? They're going to pray to God that they never heard that word, Paloma. And they went after Ray, mocking Ray again.
No way.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, yeah. Yep.
Leave that man alone.
Yeah. You know what? I feel like the more we say to leave him alone, the more they're going to do it. So, yeah. I just say let justice will come for each and every one of them. So what were you going to say, Rich? It looks like you're working on something.
No, I just put a nice little thing on there. How they say they want you to look at the edit and do this and that. So I just put a little thing on it that said this is filed court evidence. And I put a link to the docket sheet.
There you go.
Let's see what they do. What do they do at that point?
Well,
they take it down. They take it down. What do I get two shits? Christ.
All right.
But it was getting confused.
You go after them.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to go after them. I'm going to we'll have 500 pages more worth of motions. I'll do. If they want to take down my videos, I'll send them motions. It costs me nothing for my video to go down. It costs them $10,000 every time I fucking respond to his motions. So what do I do?
Right.
Go ahead, Jerm. You're doing great. You're that's about as intelligent of an economic plan as a Mondami grocery store. You fucking moron.
Now, dare I ask about the I plead the fifth thing that's going around?
Well, he pleaded the fifth, and I think it was a good thing for him to plead the fifth, actually. I can't stand the guy, but it's his best move, not because of the feds are going to do anything to him. It's because DeSantis and Luthmann in Florida have already launched an investigation, and the pardon.
Wait a minute. He can't plead the fifth once he's taken a plea.
Well, a pardon.
Yeah, you've taken a pardon. You can't take the fucking fifth.
Well, you can though. You
How?
know why? The 14th
Because
Amendment.
part of your pardon.
Stop it, Robbie. Do you know what's called the dual sovereignty doctrine? If you commit a crime in the state of Florida, you can get prosecuted by two sovereigns, the state of Florida and the federal government. That's the dual sovereignty doctrine. So you have a pardon that's the auto pen
With the
pardon.
feds.
Let's say it's a valid pardon, okay?
Okay.
It wipes your federal stuff clean. You also have a right against self-incrimination, and that right applies to the states as well as the federal government. So you can't be compelled to give testimony to any government, any sovereign, where another sovereign could use it against you. So you don't have to.
Yeah, but doesn't the feds override state?
The feds override the state, but you still have the right. So your rights override the federal government's ability to ask for it.
Wow, that's insane.
So his big thing and the best argument that he has is that Florida and Rand Paul and all these people in Kentucky and all these states are lining up to come get me based on what I say. So I'm not going to say anything. Fuck you.
Now, why were they saying if the pardon is like, can the pardon be removed or something?
Yeah.
Well, the pardon may be valid, or the pardon may not be valid only because of the auto pen. They have to know that the pardon was a valid pardon. It's a hard thing to get a pardon undone, but if they can show that the Biden wasn't the one like in control, then it might be undone at that point. The better move, though, for these people, and I've written about this already, is that they should go after Deborah Birx. Remember what, in the very beginning of COVID, they had Fauci and Birx, the little woman there that was Fauci's partner. She was his partner for many years. And if they went after Birx,
she was his personal, right?
They were both partners in the thing. They worked together all the time, the gain of function, all that stuff. So she knows where all the bodies are buried. She knows all sorts of shit. Get her. She never got a pardon from Biden. Charge her, and make her flip and sing like a fucking canary on Fauci at that point. That's what I would do.
Well, they're up to something because they were pushing him hard.
Well, yeah, but it's good politics. That's what it was. It's politics.
They can come after the bastard Dyer incriminates his ass. So what did he admit to that he's pardoned for? What exactly is that?
Nothing. He pled the fifth.
He didn't admit to anything.
No, they're saying that he admitted to.
No, he pled the fifth on every single question.
No. I'm talking before this, when he was questioned before. What did he admit to? Because they're saying that he had already admitted to being involved.
He lied about gain of function. He lied he lied about the lab origins. He said it came from the wet market. He said that they never did any gain of function research. It was a flat out lie. He lied about all this stuff.
And it's been proven already. And that's what the pardon's for?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it hasn't been proven. It's just Biden gave him a blanket pardon. That's what it was. He just on the way out, Biden gave everybody a pardon that he thought that the Trump people would go after, and he was right that they were going to go after Fauci. Fauci was horrendous.
Yeah.
He killed millions of people.
Yeah.
And everybody knew it was an inside job. That's the crazy part about it.
What he wrote in his diary proves his guilt.
Oh yeah.
100%.
I read his emails that was released back in 2021.
And they've got his diary.
God, if you just look at the impact, millions died, so many people's lives were, affected. I mean,
dude,
all over the world.
This guy was more excited about meeting the Kardashians than anything to do with COVID.
Yeah.
That's kind of sick. That's more than sick. That's what? And I'm taking you seriously on that, but are you serious? Is that like a thing that happened or something?
Yeah.
Come on. Really?
Honest to God, ask Sir Richard Luthmann. That is a proven fact.
Yeah, it is very true. The guy was like, he was a spotlight hound. He really was. He loved being in that spotlight. You're 100% right about that.
When the day he met the Kardashians was the biggest day of his life.
Yeah. People are still suffering from that remdesivir. And
There are pharmaceutical companies and Fauci and several other people that should go down for this.
They silence anyone who said hydrochloroquine helps with the vid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or ivermectin.
Yep.
Which I took ivermectin when I got it, and that's what got me out of it.
Yeah. That's that horse. They said it was used for horses, right?
Pigs and horses, yeah.
Yeah. I try to not go political with this, but this is such a big deal that it affected everybody. It doesn't matter what side of the political world you're on. I mean, it affected everybody.
Harvey Levin came out today. Harvey Levin's like, after what I saw today, it makes you have to rethink the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's where everybody's at. It doesn't matter where you are. You make sure you think that the government told you, oh no, everything's gonna be fine. You take your shot and this and that. They were telling you bullshit. They were bullshitting you. Your government was fucking bullshitting you.
He took pride in shutting down the United States.
Yeah, he did.
It wasn't just the United States. It was the freaking whole world.
Well, he shut down the United States, which shut down the world.
Right. I mean, that's crazy. It's amazing that even happened.
Dude, he took pride in the fact that they recommended people be put on respirators. How many people on respirators died? 98% of the people that were put on respirators died, something ridiculous like that.
Yeah.
All I know, like my mom passed away before it, but I said that whole time that there was no way my mother would have made it through COVID. Whether she got it or like, there's just no way if she got any of the vaccines or, caught it. There's no way. And this guy's responsible for all of it.
Lisa, I'm not going to say who I'm talking about, but my best friend's father tested negative. They gave him the COVID shot. A week later, he had COVID. A week later, he was dead.
Yeah. It's cattle warmer. Yeah. It's crazy.
I'm telling you, I did it.
Absolutely crazy.
I did the ivermectin, and that's what kicked it out of me.
Okay. Look, I think Florida wasn't as shut down as most of the other states were, but it's still like there were a lot of things shut down, but I don't think it was as massive as all the other states. DeSantis didn't like close off everything to people and keep people like off the streets and stuff. But I mean, it literally affected everybody and everything. Gas, food, your homes. People lost their homes, but your income, their jobs. Some jobs never came back. God, it just affected everything and everybody in every state, country. It's just crazy. And to know that guy has everything to do with it is crazy. And I remember so many people came forward trying to say things that were involved and worked for some of these companies, and no one would listen. Yeah. Oh, you're just going down a rabbit hole. Oh, this, oh, that,
It's not a rabbit hole, dude. I've got a friend of mine that is a mortician, and what he does, his job is to drain people's blood and replace it with the what's it
Formaldehyde.
called? Formaldehyde. And he told me straight up, he goes, Robbie, I can tell you right now if somebody's had one COVID shot, because when their blood comes out, you see long strings in it.
What?
And
What?
yeah, he said, I don't even have to look if they've had a COVID shot. I can tell you just by the way the blood's draining into the bottle.
What happens, you said?
He sees long strings in the blood.
Strings in the blood?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's fucked up.
He sees long strings where it's like what's it called? Coagulated.
Yeah.
And
wow.
he said even if they've had one shot.
Wow.
Yeah, I heard that, Connie. I wouldn't have wanted to go to the hospital for anything, though. You know?
Well,
Because
I told you the one.
Let's say you had to go there for something. At that point, let's say you didn't want the shot, you didn't have the shot, whatever, and you had to go to the hospital for something. And a lot of times when you go there, they always try to give you saline. You know, they always try to hook you up somehow, right? Who's to know if they were giving you the COVID shot or any kind of whatever in there? Like, who's to know? The way they had people thinking was that they were willing to do anything to make sure everybody got this thing.
Well, if you got it and you found out about it, you could sue.
Yeah. You know?
But I'll tell you one thing. You were online the one night a friend of mine called, and his good friend just got he OD'd from heroin. And when they took him to the hospital, the next day they deemed his death from COVID.
Really?
And we were live when the guy called me and was telling me about it.
Yeah, I just think that they made people question everything at that time. You know, and some people.
And then Fox News Orlando saw the guy wreck the motorcycle and his head just split open. He hit one of the things under the bridges, the supports, and they pronounced him. And Fox News followed the story, and they pronounced him dead from COVID.
Wow.
Hey, Bear Dad. Yeah, there were a lot of stuff.
Orlando broke that story.
Yeah. That's just, I can't believe it. But I didn't, you know me, like, I don't like doctors and stuff. I don't trust a lot of the, like, prescribed medicine anyway.
I trust my doctor because he's not like that.
Well, I just don't trust them. And it's because of what I seen them do with, like, my parents. Like one of my parents were over medicated and had to have procedures done because of it. Another one was given medicine that they were allergic to that was listed in their medical records. I don't trust doctors that don't know you. Like, if you just go to a hospital for a reason.
Nor should you.
Yeah, I don't trust them that you don't have a history with. So, but you gotta, get a doctor, meet a doctor that works with you. And I know a lot of people do, but I just don't automatically trust that. And so when it came to COVID and stuff, I was like, yeah, well, I'm going to hold off until I know more about what's really going on. And I think, people just listened to the government. They just listened to what was being said, and they got fear instilled in them. And, especially when you see people getting sick from this all the time, and it's a really bad, like, flu, you kind of, it definitely puts that fear in, but nobody close to me got sick like that, that I witnessed, like, in front of me or anything. Gabe and I were okay. Thank God.
I got really bad.
Yeah.
But it was before it was called COVID.
Right.
I got it. I went to the, damn it, what's that show called? It's with all the dive shows and all the dive companies and everything in Orlando.
Yeah.
Not Segis. I forget what it's called now. But I went to that show, and I was there for 4 days. And the fourth day coming home, I had a fever and everything. And all those major dive companies are from China. And they were all at the Orlando dive show thing, the big, huge thing. And I was there 4 days. And on the fourth day coming home, I was driving home. It's an hour away. And I started sweating. And I was like, I don't feel so good, man. And when I got home, I was sick for 3 weeks. And they gave me 2 rounds of the antibiotics, what are those Z-Packs called? The Z-Packs.
Yeah.
And what finally got me over it was me doing ivermectin and the steroids.
Yeah.
And I told my doctor I'm doing this, and he's like, Robbie, I can't say to do it. And I said, I'm doing it.
Well, you know, I get my crystals from overseas a lot, right? And I had an order for crystals coming in, and then I got contacted, and this is one of the wholesalers in China, and I was contacted by them. And you know how in January they have that like 2 or 3 week vacation, you know, they go on holiday, and it was during that time, and they were trying to get all the shipments out before the holiday started, and they shut down shipping to the States. So they had to call me and you know, they're telling me why. And I'm like, what? Are you serious? I'm like, wow, man, that sucks. Like, yeah, we're now stuck in our home. You know, we can't go anywhere, so we're not going to be able to ship anything. I said, all right, fine. You know, and it was coronavirus. It was COVID. So I was just like, are you kidding? Like, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, wow, it's affected you guys that much that they shut everything down. He's like, yeah, it was, you know, he tried to explain it's like SARS, you know, when SARS broke out and stuff. And I'm like, wow. Who'd have thunk that literally like a week or two later we were starting to shut down?
Yeah.
Who'd have thought? It was literally a week or two later. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
I think I got it. I think it was December, and they didn't name it COVID till March.
After, yeah. It was coronavirus, yeah. But you
nobody knew what I had.
Yeah, and nobody even knew what it was. And then, you know, after so much research that people, you know, started investigating on their own, they're realizing, well, this has been out for years already. This is, you know, I mean, Connie just pointed out that it had been on, you know, the cans of Lysol.
But it brings it back, Lisa, to Fauci with the gain of function. They made, you know, what we have and the stuff that we have in nature, right, can get deadly. They took the stuff we have in nature and made it, you know, 1,000 times deadlier in the lab.
Well, what they did was made it so it could be spread quicker.
Yeah. And there was a doctor in, where was it in China? Wu something? Or Wuhan. There was a doctor who came forward. And, you know, they don't have the same type of internet that we do. They were using WhatsApp to talk. So there's one doctor came forward through WhatsApp trying to explain, you know, how he tried to warn them in the lab what was going on. And he ended up dead.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Stop. Rich, tell me if I'm wrong here, please. Right before this happened, China was protesting in the streets all over about communism. And then all of a sudden this hits, and who can save you? Nobody but the government. So now communism is great.
Huh.
Wow.
That, you know, it's a pandemic, many people believe. I tend to think that it was much closer to a pandemic than a pandemic. I think it obviously
100%. 100%. You had an uprising in China before this happened, where people were protesting, shutting down the streets in Hong Kong. And all of a sudden, this comes out?
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on, man.
I didn't like the side effect, but I keep getting asked. Yeah, you know what? I know that it ends up turning into a political thing a lot of the time when you talk about this. But right now,
It's
with
not political.
Fauci, it's not. I mean, it affected all sides of this, and I know some people may not believe, that Fauci did anything wrong and whatever. But
Dude, stop with the Fauci thing. Who was
I'm
the big
I'm
money?
I'm
Who
just
was the big
look. I'm
money
just saying. I
paying
understand people have
Fauci?
different beliefs, so I'm not trying to push
Follow
anything
the
It's
money.
kind of amazing.
Lisa,
And it makes
follow the money.
me hear
Who
all that
was the
stuff.
big money paying Fauci?
The pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah.
And
Well, I believe the pharmaceutical companies are at fault for
one
many.
man.
Oh, Bill Gates.
There you go.
Yeah.
I believe that from the get go. If you looked at any of his, you know,
Before that, Bill Gates stated 100 times that world population is growing too fast. We need to do something about it.
yeah, he's all about decreasing population. He said it many, many times and spoke to college students about
And
it.
you look at him, that scumbag, what he does, and you look at Elon, and Elon says we have to have more kids. So who's right?
Ivermectin formula has been changed now too.
Yeah, it has, Edie. That is very true. The original Ivy Mac. That's why you got to get it at your feed store, because that hasn't changed.
It would be interesting to see, because like a lot of kids were given, the COVID shots and stuff. What would be interesting to see is their effect as they become adults, and the amount of newborns and births that are going to be coming out, how it decreases. Because I really think that somehow that is the effect of reproduction is there. I really do, because that's what was one of their main things, was depopulating the country. And
the green, it is taking both sides. Who shut down the country? Who shut down the world? Who forced? Wait, here's the crazy thing. My body, my choice.
right.
That's a Democrat saying. Yeah. Who's the one who said you have to have the COVID vaccine?
Well, I think, people have been living with this. Everybody's been living with this for so long, and they've witnessed, people getting sick, people taking vaccines, people not taking vaccines, seeing what the government's saying, what they're not saying, and now all of a sudden there's this. I mean, I don't really think that it's.
Good night, Ray.
Good night, Ray.
I hate politics. I hate it. I hate it.
Oh God, me too. I don't. That's why I choose to not even pay attention to all of it. But we all had to pay attention during that time.
We had to. We were forced to.
Exactly.
And you're telling me you can't go to work unless you have the vaccine? Yeah. F you.
Yeah.
What happened to my body, my choice?
Yep.
Yeah.
The best thing for any disease is herd immunity. And that's a proven fact.
Yeah. I believe that everybody should have the choice, and whatever your choice is, that's fine. That's your choice. It's for you. It's what you want to do. Who am I to
want to take it? Take it.
Their choice. That's fine. But what really sucks is learning that you were misinformed on purpose. If that's what the case may be. Okay, like I said.
No, they didn't shame. They didn't shame anyone. They told people that they would lose their jobs unless they took the vaccine. Mm-hmm. That is not shaming. That is right out communism.
And they told people that if you took if you wore the mask, that the mask protected you, and if you took the vaccine, you wouldn't be able to spread it. They told a whole bunch of lies.
Yeah.
They lied about the mask. They lied about the vaccine. They lied about a lot of stuff. It was crazy.
And then they all changed the story. And then
Amen, Miss Tom Selleck. There you go.
my friend saw
It is. It's dictatorship. It's communism.
Yeah.
Wow. Three of my boys had it too. Well, I know that one time I looked up and they had different versions of the one vaccine, and each version of it, like it would all depend which version you got. And basically, one was like a sugar pill, another one had one more.
Well, there was Pfizer. There was
right?
what was the other ones, Richard? It started with an M.
Moderna.
And there was one more.
AstraZeneca.
Yes.
It's like whatever shot you got, though. It was like it was unknown what you got unless they wrote it down in the records, and a lot of people's records were all messed up. But it was listed like they had, like, let's say it was shot A, shot B, shot C, D, E, right? And one of them would be like a sugar pill. One would have more than the next, as far as
the green. That's not politics. That is something that is equivalent, in my eyes, to Hitler. He actually killed more people than Hitler did by saying you had to have this vaccine.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't really mean to bring it up because I knew it could be like a political thing, but there's just so much going on with it, and everyone was affected, no matter what side you were on. So I wanted to hear what you guys thought about, him pleading the fifth. And
I think it's a coward thing to do. You were already given a deal.
Mm-hmm.
He has every right to do it.
Yeah.
Even the worst criminal that there is has every right to do it. It just because he did it, now everybody sees he's a season for what he is. The courts are the courts. That's one thing, but the street is someplace else. The media, everybody sees that he's a piece of crap. Everybody's going to read the diary. Everybody's reading everything else that's going to be coming out. More and more is going to come out. The halo around him is gone. Let nature take its course, Robbie. Let him take the fifth all he wants. He's not going to be able to do that forever.
Now, what do you think Congress is going to do?
Fuck Congress. Congress is bullshit. It's a dog. I called it a dickless dog and pony show. That's what that was.
That's true.
That is show. The people that can get him are the states that can get him. Florida can get him. Arkansas can get him. Get some few of these red states together that are attorney generals to bring cases. They can do it.
Have you ever looked up and seen all the cases, like the lawsuits involving COVID and the medicine, that just all together, like so many different cases between companies, jobs? It's insane. Countries, presidents, they're suing. There people all over are just suing people left and right for that whole entire situation.
Heather Green, that is not listening to Fox News. Sorry, I don't watch Fox News.
Yeah, Heather, no one's like trying to stick to one side here. It seems like you're trying to put that out there.
Trust me, I don't stick to either side. I don't take Republican side. I don't take Democrat side. I take humanity side.
And that guy seems very much against humanity, but I
don't watch Fox News. I don't listen to Fox News. I don't listen to any of the mainstream news outlets.
I think you did, Heather. Yeah, now we're gonna get another hitter.
I hate that because my main thing is humanity and what they did. And I'll tell you right now, in the beginning, Trump told everybody to get damn COVID shots.
Yeah, he did.
And I think he did it because he was misinformed.
Government. So you think that they all seem to know every little thing? I think it was quite a section of people that may or may not have known this and put it on everybody else too, to get together and make sure we protect the country And you know,
Ed, Trump did tell everybody to get the COVID shot at the end of his term.
Here's what
he
I'm
did.
going to
He
put it
actually
into the chat.
supported it in the end.
This is
At
what I'm going to
first,
put this into the chat. See what I just put in there? Discussing Anthony Fauci is primarily about informed current events, as he's been a significant figure in public health and government response to the COVID-19 pandemic. His action and testimony has been widely covered in the media, reflecting his ongoing debates about public health policy and scientific integrity. It's current events. It's not politics at this point. Because of everything
It's
that's
not.
going on there, it's current events.
the problem is you're gonna have people on both sides. You know, we don't really get political here, and it's very disturbing what's coming out now. You know, and you know, hey, look, if we were lied to, we didn't know it. You know, that needs to come out. I mean, people are still affected by it. People still have to live with it, deal with it. You know, and you know, like they need to be held accountable if they've done wrong. You know.
Yeah.
And
I think this was beyond politics.
It absolutely is.
This is like on par with Watergate for the amount of like trust that the government loses. It almost like Iran-Contra too. Iran-Contra. If Reagan wasn't Reagan, it would have went totally sideways.
Right. Right.
And it's like that type of thing where they tell you, oh no, everything's fine. It's XXXX, and then it turns around and it's Z. Like what the fuck, And it's like that's just not how it is. And that's what happened with COVID. It's like from the wet market bullshit that they tried to sell. That's not true. The pangolin and all that other bullshit. It came from the lab, right? So, and the CIA now says that it came from the lab.
Right.
So it's like, why the fuck are we having a revisionist history? How come we weren't told the truth from the beginning?
Yeah. What happened to no politics? We're not talking about politics. We're talking about current events, and it affects everybody.
It's like, put it this way: it's the same thing about a food, or something else that everybody has to deal with. And let's say like a fast food restaurant kept on saying that their food is good, and they realize that you have lead in it, or something. That's the same type of thing. It's a consumer issue more than anything else. It's a consumer protection issue. If your government's telling you that this product is okay and this is the things that it does, and giving it the stamp of approval, if it wasn't the government, the companies, and they weren't protected by the government, they would have been sued. How many times over? They got a lot of protections with that emergency authorization. But if you did any other product like this, like to picture a car, picture food, picture anything else that they would make that was this defective, right? And that,
Honey, I lost a good friend from Michigan
the lies
because he believed
that
in
were
that.
told about it. The lies that were told about it. If somebody tried to sell you a stock and they did, 0.1% of the lying, they'd be in jail for 40 years.
Medicare is fucked, Febs.
See, Trump pled the fifth more than 440 times. See, that to me seems we're going into political stuff. So I just wanted to know like what everybody's thoughts on it were, because it affects everybody. And
Hey, Bird, but that was different. Trump was not given a plea deal. Oh my God.
Yeah, see, it's just gonna get. Yeah.
Oh, okay. The lettuce thing is going crazy too now.
Hey, did you hear anything? Wow, you might know this. Did you hear anything about these new worms that are out that are like really toxic?
The screw worms.
Yeah, and then like if you kill them and let's just say they separated, they'll grow back.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
A lot of worms do that. If you take an earthworm, you can split it into 10 pieces, and 9 of them will survive.
That's so crazy to me. I didn't know that. But what about this new worm that's out that's toxic? Like, where does that come from?
It's a South American worm. There's plenty of worms that are from South America that are like this.
I saw one the other day, and I was like, "Get it out of here! Get it out of here!"
There's actually what is it?
Pick it up and throw it. I'm like, no! Don't even touch that thing.
The blowfly in South America will put a worm in. Will when it bites you, it'll lay an egg in you, and you'll have a worm growing in you. And the screwworms come from the meat industry in South America, and it's spreading throughout everywhere. Now, there's also the bone disease, botfly. Thank you, Bonnie. The bone disease that's going through deer and everything. That's why you cannot, say you live in Florida, you can't go to Alabama, shoot your deer, and bring it to Florida to be cleaned. It has to be cleaned in Alabama. It has to be cleaned wherever you shot, in whatever state you shot in, because there's a lot of things that are spreading because of the transportation of animals without, restrictions.
Yeah.
And a lot of this has been around for a long time. It just, dude, cook your meat.
I'll take well done, please.
You don't even have to go well done.
Well done, please.
And a lot of people are saying you got to order well done. No, that's not true. That's not true. You could cook it at a lower temperature at a longer period of time, and it's not well done, but it'll kill the parasites.
No. Doesn't at least have I do. I do have pretties, but it's already 1 o'clock.
The one thing I do, I eat a lot of sushi, and there's a lot of worms in seafood. And the thing is, sushi it's flash frozen, so that'll kill a lot of the worms.
Yeah. Warp your meat, cook your meat. Yeah, I don't trust it. Even like pork, fully cooked. Yeah, I don't.
It really doesn't take a lot to kill the parasites in cooking. It really doesn't. They try to scare you.
I just put a link in the chat about the meat recall. Oh, thank you, Hannah. Colorado has jumping worms that are showing up. That's what I saw. I saw a worm and he was jumping and twisting and I'm like, what the hell is happening here? What the hell?
That was the screwworm you saw.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, can we get rid of this, please? And that's the one I said, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Just get it out of here. I didn't, he didn't even try to kill it or anything. But I'm like, just get it out. Get it out. So I don't normally see bugs around here anyway. We see mice. We don't see anything. That's why the snakes don't stay in my garage. What about the Mexican jumping beans?
Oh, God. Those are just a bean. Those are a worm that's in the bean.
Wow.
Bearded fisherman, you don't eat raw beans, do you?
Crazy.
If you bit into one and there was a worm in it, you'd feel it in your mouth.
Crazy day. We had public hearing today. We got to see a lot. We saw Leslie literally shock it.
Dr. Fauci killed me.
Shock it. I got to shock it.
Not happy today.
Yeah, I don't think so at all.
He got exposed for being how terrible he is. There's no redeemable way you could say this was done. Was even close. That's the thing. It's like he had 8 things that eight possibles for vexatious litigation,
Amen, Connie Sue.
and he didn't come anywhere near it. He didn't.
No.
I think he was 1 for 8 in my book. You know,
Yeah.
maybe 2 for 8 if he could get there. But the only and I don't think he could get higher than 2. So
Right.
he said there were 8, and I don't think he could get more than 2.
Yeah. Yep. I just think that he had a bad day today. He tried to attempt service on someone. He had his client. Obviously, he told his client that someone was served, because otherwise, where would Jeremy even think that from? You know what I mean?
Connie Sue, not true.
So he's the one who lied to Germ to make him do that video, and it turns out it's not legal, totally invalid, totally invalid. So, and I got the camera footage to prove it. So
Trump.
Let him try and lie about it now. Let him try and do that. Because I can tell you right now, there is about 10 videos that it includes. And I'm talking about including yesterday and today, of every time this guy attempted to come to my house. And by the way, if you attempt to come to my house again, don't you dare pull in my driveway and take up my driveway. Don't be doing that. You park your ass in the fucking street if you're going to come walking up to my house and try to knock on my door. Don't pull in my driveway. It's reserved. But yeah, that guy was an absolute idiot. I mean, going to the neighbor's house, like, you come to someone's house, they're not home. You get in your car, you leave, whatever. Come back another time. Why would you go to the neighbor's house and then walk down the street to greet somebody walking up the block and to go up to them and say, "Hi, Lisa"? Like, excuse you, what? And it's not like you've been here like 5 or 10 times and you're literally looking for someone who might be hiding from you. This is the first attempt you haven't even made to try and serve me. You know? And this is the shit that this guy did. You know, lying when he got me on the phone, trying to say he has a package delivery for me. But okay, well, you know, you could leave it out by the door. You know, that's what made him have to tell me what it was. But you know, how is it that? I mean, is this how all these process servers work?
Yeah, they're a lot of them are scumbags.
You know, it's like, wow, man. You'll
Lisa, they're guys that can't get a job as a cop.
Yeah.
Well, don't they know? Maybe they should look around and look for cameras, because this guy was an idiot not to. An absolute idiot not to.
Cops don't look around for cameras. Sometimes they're wearing them most of the time. So you got to remember that.
That's true. Well, the cops here know I have cameras. Trust me, with that neighbor across the street, they've come to me asking if I have footage. But yeah, no. And you know, if Shock had told him to just leave the papers there, then he knew it was in, because I'm telling you, in the phone call with me, he told me it has to be served to me directly. But somehow he was okay with leaving them here. So he must have talked to Shockett. Shockett must have said, just leave them there. And, you know, he'll get me any which way he can. And based on his past history, which I will bring up, and I'll bring up the service in the Fed 2 case. I'll bring up how he attempted to serve me with the first subpoena in Fed 1, another case that had nothing to do with me. You know, and I will be able to prove that he's got a pattern going on about that. You know, so they're trying to serve me with a subpoena in regards to the video that Michelle was on live with me that night. And they're trying to claim that I paid her, and they want to know all my profit from that video. And they want me to turn over all kinds of correspondence with people for months. And it's like, yeah, no, first of all, you're not entitled to that. You're not entitled to that at all. You know, and what else were they asking? I don't know, because I didn't read the whole thing, so I don't know. But that's the main.
They're going on a fishing expedition, and you don't have any obligation to do any of that stuff. You're going to actually quash it. And you put in objections and a motion to quash, the thing will go away. And the beautiful part about it is he's going to have to pay a good chunk of money to make it to deal with it, unless they withdraw the subpoena, which they're not going to do because they think it's too valuable polymop. You can make it so that his keeping it alive is a problem, a big problem. So,
well, it'll only stay alive as long as the bankruptcy is in play.
Well, we'll see.
You know, but
then again, you got a trustee in bankruptcy too that could be a problem. So that's the issue. The trustees in bankruptcy are out there just to make money. That's what they.
Oh
do.
yeah. Yep.
So they might milk this thing worse than for legal fees, worse than Shockett even. So we'll see.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a party in the case, so you know. But okay, well, let's say for lies about our country and hell no. All right, hold on. Let's not get all, crazy in the chat over there. Anyway, guys, it is 20 after 1. And a lot happened today. Lots going on today. A whole bunch of spewing lies and misinformation. And I believe the truth is out there about all of it. Say what you will. The truth is the truth. You can't change it. You know what I mean? And Rich, thank you for coming on tonight.
No problem.
And Robbie, as always, thank you.
Oh, no problem.
But don't forget, guys, tomorrow night, Get Swamped, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock p.m. So I want to thank you all for being here. I hope you have a great start to your weekend. I will be back on Saturday night at 10 p.m. And I will have pretties. I do have pretties now, but it's kind of late.
Oh.
So we will show them all to you. And don't forget, if you want stickers, there's a $25 support package going out. You can send it, if you want to support, you can send it via Ko-fi, via PayPal, however you want to do it. Shoot me an email. Let me know you're interested. And you didn't talk about J-Hip tonight. What about J-Hip?
What about J-Hip? Who's he? Irrelevant.
Yeah. He must be really upset because I haven't said a word about him. So he must be foaming at the mouth. Who knows? There you go. There you have it, J-Hip. You get all excited now. Get your rocks off. Well, let them talk. The more they talk, the more people come over, the more they give me views, I guess, right? He's still spewing a bunch of fucking lies anyway. It's like PR 101. Let them talk.
Yep.
Let them say whatever they want. Learn how to, do your PR there, hipster. Brain drip, whatever the hell your name is, stain drip. I say that every time. Every time. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you again Saturday night, 10 p.m. Get swamped tomorrow.
Rock, love you. God bless. Prayers to everybody.
Oh, we got struck live and shut down. Really? Okay, that was interesting. What was he doing? Harassing somebody? What was he struck for? Harassment? Bullying? Let me guess.
Who got struck?
J-Hip.
J-Hip got struck?
Yeah.
Really?
See,
Really?
don't know. I told you guys, I don't watch him. He came back on pissed and then was supposedly lost power and was gone again. No. I can tell you right now exactly what happened. Okay. He got struck, got removed, came back, and they removed him again because he wasn't supposed to go back live. He probably got shut down for a week or so or something. We'll see. Because that happened to me. I came back one time after Jeremy's copyright struck me. I won that copyright, by the way. But when it first happened, you weren't allowed to go live. And when it first happens to your channel, if you're live, while you're live, it's like the system isn't caught up yet. It'll allow you back, but then it'll shut you down again. So, that's what happened to me. He was airing somebody's video, I think. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, yeah, that would be foolish of him. Copyright infringement. Duh.
I'm looking at this video that Radis put up of me pooping. It's not really me pooping. I'll tell everybody for real. I actually didn't poop. I went to the bathroom just to make it look like I was pooping because I knew they would probably do something like this. But it's really, really funny. It's pretty hilarious, actually.
Well, thanks, Donna. Let me know.
I think it's funny that he won't call his daddy.
I know, right?
Yeah, what happened? Why isn't he calling anymore? Is he no longer in the States?
I don't know. He's got no love for me.
He should really check in with his daddy.
Oh, you saw it on Facebook. Oh yeah, I don't know. I didn't know about it. Like I said, I don't watch the guy. Nobody believes me, but don't watch him. I don't really care. Um, but that is funny. So, oopsie. I guess I'll start learning all about YouTube guidelines now, won't you? But yeah, you mess with people. You know, what do they always say? FAFO. I guess they're gonna learn what FAFO really is.
It's true.
Yeah.
I just got one thing to say to all of them. Bless your hearts.
Yeah. Failure. So, anyway, alrighty, guys. Have a great night, great weekend. Go to Robbie's tomorrow. Rich, did you put your link in the chat?
Well, I'll put it on now.
All right.
Yeah, subscribe. I'm getting good traction on that. I think I'm getting close to 800. So yeah, getting
Nice.
some traction, and I got to do the thing. What's the thing called? The validation, so I can do all my other stuff. So once I get there, I'll be doing what I got to do. So we're on my channel. My channel is here. So let's put this onto the thing.
What happened to the hearts? They're right here. I got them. Guys, I have a carnelian. I got some aventurine hearts, and they're big ones. I got some volcanic agate, some spears, I got some stuff. Some orca. Yeah, I can't stand his voice. I think his voice is actually worse than Tug's. They're both annoying. So, anyhow. Dude,
Can there really be anybody's voice that's worse than it?
I don't think so. They try to tell me I sound like this. I'm like, oh my God. Talk about exaggeration. I mean, I may have a deep voice, but you know, some people find it sexy. At least that's what I'm told. You know, maybe he's jelly. I don't know. I mean, I really don't care.
Maybe he's hoping you'll call him.
All right, look, just remove this stuff, please, guys. I don't want this political stuff on here. You know, I really don't. Opinions. You're all allowed to have them, but if we're asking you to keep it away, then and you keep doing it, then we're gonna have to just make sure it stops because it just keeps the chat going. You know, and just stop it. Stop it. All right, Rich, did you put it in there? I don't see it.
There. You see it?
Put it in.
Oh, I don't see it.
I saw it up there earlier.
I'll put it on again. There we go.
You just scared the bejeebers out of me, Lisa. Why, when I was doing it, guy sounds like he's taking a shit.
Oh my goodness.
The drama over there is insane. I hope when he was doing it, he was holding his chest like he normally does when he fake laughs. You know, look. I'm just amazed.
Good night, everybody. God bless. Love y'all. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.
Yeah. Good night, everybody. Good night, Rich.
Good night.
Good night, Rich.
Good night. Ta-ta.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Ta-ta for now.